Alright, it's Friday afternoon. It's October 16th. It's the day before the muzzleloading season opens up here in Arkansas. I'm headed out to do a little bow hunt to a spot on some public ground. I got a permit to muzzleload this public ground and was going to save this spot for that, but the wind is absolutely perfect for it this afternoon. I'm not getting out here as early as I wanted to. It's already 2:40. I got a boat into this spot. I got to launch the boat and get dressed and slip in there. The good thing is I don't have far to walk. I jumped a deer in this spot last year. I was still hunting with my bow, just kind of scouting. Jumped a pretty solid buck. He was young, but he was pretty solid. And I'm hoping he's in there again this year. I'm excited to get in there. It's one of those spots to kind of just sit around and think about all year long. There's always lots of sign in there. Every time I went in there last year, there was tons of tracks, good tracks. I'm gonna slip out there and hopefully nobody's already beat me to my spot. A lot of guys out here today. Probably just getting ready for tomorrow for the muzzleloader. There's usually a lot of hunters out here either way, but looks like I probably got my spot. At least this is the spot that makes the most sense to park at. I've only been in here for 3 or 4 minutes and I've already cut a good buck track and found a nice rub. He didn't just absolutely demolish the tree or nothing, but the rub is pretty high off the ground. It's hard to walk by a sign like this, but I just don't feel like they're bedded right here. So I'm kind of torn right now in between setting up right here where these tracks and sign are, or pushing in there a little bit where that buck was bedded last year. I don't know where they're bedded this year, but they're definitely in here. I just got this buck's track going both ways, so it makes me feel like he's definitely bedded in here, or at least bedding in here sometimes and coming in and out because I just cut his track. He's definitely using this. I may need to set up pretty quick. I'm still about 300 yards from where he was bedded last year, but he may be closer out here. I may just have to set up pretty quick. Sitting there on that log, and I noticed another rub 40 yards from that first rub I found, and it was even bigger and higher up off the ground. I got a feeling that there's a good buck living right here somewhere, traveling through here. Not really planning on it. I got a deer coming in. Maybe Big Boy will come down that same trail, the way he just came from. is upwind from me, and I did not walk that way. I could have shot him at 30 yards before I got the camera on him. He's just real young. You can tell he's probably 2.5. Looks like he's a 10-point mainframe. One of them's not quite there, but he ought to be a good buck one day. Well, this turned into a pretty cool little hunt after all. Now it's just hard to decide if that buck was the one making the sign in here. I feel like the tracks I saw were from a bigger deer, but who knows? I'm out of camera light though, but I think this is pretty much over. Pretty cool deal. Not a bad little hunt.